Today is a very auspicious day, and we are observing Mahavir Hanuman Jayanti. The Mahavir means the great hero, and his name was Hanuman, as because some people they say the jaw was very prominent. Hanu is the jaw, so as because the jaw was prominent jaw, it shows the a strong person, so that's why his name was Hanumana. And some people they say Han means destroy, Mana means the ego, ahamkara. So one who could destroy his own ego is Hanumana. So there's a great influence of this Hanumanji all over, not only the Hindus, but among others also. The people are very much interested to know about the Hanumanji, and Swami Vivekananda again and again he said one must follow the path of the Hanumana because of the great dedication, and today's subject is the great servant. The moment we think about a servant, immediately this particular word brings a type of people doing some menial job and can't take decision, they are always under the masters, like that. But this great servant was having the servant leadership. We will discuss those points, but before that let us chant from the Ramayana describing the Hanumanji. I offered the red flower to Swami Vivekananda. That is the favorite color of the Hanumanji. Hanumanji is red. Why? He is active, Rajaguna. So that is why the Rajaguna is the symbol, red is the symbol of Rajaguna, the activity. Swami Vivekananda was also full of activities. At the same time, he was the Shiva, because his mother, Swami Vivekananda's mother, prayed to Shiva. So, give a son, bless me with a son. And very specially, if you notice, Anjana Devi, the mother of the Hanumana, she was also praying to Shiva, and Shiva blessed her with that son. So, that is called the Hanumana. So, this way, if we see that there is a connection. Mother thought, because I prayed for a long time, 12 long years, she prayed for a child and to the Lord Shiva, and pleased with that prayer, Shiva said, okay, I will bless you with a son. So this is the Hanumanji, and we will come to other discussions, but let us first chant the greatness of Hanumanji. Atulita Baladhamam Swarna Swailava Deham Danuja Bana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Banaranam Adhisham Raghupati Baradutam Bhatajatam Namami. I salute, I bow down the son of the wind god, Bhatajatam, the wind god, and his son is the Hanumana. Now, this wind god, why suddenly this name came, where from the wind came? We know that there are, the gods are there, and in the nature they are the controlling different things. Agni Devata controlling the power of the fire, Vayu Devata, controlling the power of the wind, like that. So, Vayu Devata, he became the father of the Hanumana. How? We will come to that after explaining. This is the leader of the monkeys, and the monkeys Banaranam Adhisham. Adhisha is the leadership. So, he was the leader of the monkeys. But we will see that he was never the king. The kings was different. Bali was the king. Then Sugriva was the king of the monkeys. So why the Ramayana explained that, describing Hanumana as the Adhisham, is the master, because he had tremendous command and he used to earn a lot of respect among that community, that monkey communities. So it was a huge community. They had a huge kingdom. So this Banaranam. Then it says, messenger of Rama, Raghupati Baradutam. The Raghupati is the Sri Ramachandra, is the clan of the Raghu. So if we try to understand this system of India, the ancient way, they are describing, they never mentioned Ramachandra. They never mentioned the Dasarathi. Now they are telling Raghupati. The Raghu was the first from where this clan came down. So among the Raghus, in that particular clan of the Raghu, he is just like a Pati, he is the master. Pati means the master. So just to describe in that way, so he was not the master of the whole Raghu clan, he was the best of the Raghu clan. So we have to understand exactly, if we translate it, there may be some misunderstanding. So we have to understand that the word has been used to give the importance on Sri Ramachandra. He was a very important member of the Raghu clan. And then it says, whose strength is matchless, whose Hanumanji. Atulita Baladhamam, no tulana. Tulana means comparison. Atulita means there was no comparison. Baladhamam. He was so powerful, his strength is matchless. Those who have read the Ramayana, or now most of the people through the movie, they know the story of Ramayana and they know what type of work the Hanumana could do. He was so powerful, unthinkable. He lifted the whole mountain. So that type of power he was having. So Atulita Baladhamam, whose body is like a hill of gold. Swarna Swailava Deham. That means his beauty, his physical beauty, that they paint the whole Hanumana as red. No. Color is red because of he was active, as I was telling. Rajaguna, that is the activity. But his body is golden hue. Ma Sharadamani Devi, in one place, while describing the personal feature of Sri Ramakrishna, she mentioned while practicing tapasya, the austerity, his body became the color of gold, and there was a gold amulet tied on his left arm. It was difficult to understand because the whole body and that golden small thing mixed in that way. So that was the golden color, that beautiful color. So Swarna Swailava Deham, those who are making the picture or the images of the Hanumanji, they should understand this. I heard there is a huge Hanumanji temple over here. I feel like going over there to see. The color should be like that. Sakala Guna Nidanam. Then it says, Sakala Guna Nidanam. He was having all the qualities, guna, all the qualities he was having. Sakala Guna Nidanam, Banaranam Madhisham Raghupati Baradutam Bhatujatam Namami. And who burns up the forest of Asuras like a jungle fire, who towers among the spiritually illumined ones, who is a treasure house of all the virtue. So this is the way they always say pranam mantra. In the pranam mantra, this is very special in Hinduism. When I am offering my salutation, my respect to someone, why? That they explain. Because of these qualities. It's not just because of the person. It's not just because of his birth, but his qualities. So Hindus are always respecting the qualities, and the more they are having the qualities, the qualification, the specialities in the character, they are more respected in the society. And that is the reason the Hindus, the religious book is Veda, knowledge. So that is very special. All the time, every time, in different type, the different way, they always go for the knowledge, knowledge and knowledge. Without knowledge, everything is futile if you don't know. But what is that knowledge? Qualities. If you don't acquire those qualities, it is of no use then. So this is the Hanuman. Now here again, as we are talking about the father, the Vayu, his father was the Vayu. Now we find that actually he was his father was Anjaneya is the mother, but the Keshari was the father. His father was the Keshari, and he was a great king, the Keshari, and he was the son of Brihaspati again. Brihaspati was the teacher of the gods, the Jnana Brihaspati, they say. In the knowledge, if you like to mention someone, Brihaspati. So people usually on the Brihaspati Vara, that in our calendar, that is the Thursday, when is the Thursday, the Brihaspati Vara, they always consider as the Vara of the Guru. That is the particular day of the Guru, Brihaspati Vara. Why? Because that is the knowledge, what the Guru is doing, what the master is, the preceptor is giving, knowledge. So that is, his father was full of knowledge, Brihaspati. And his son, now why suddenly his son became the son of the Vayu? Pavanaputra. Pavana means the Vayu. Putra means the son. Why the Pavanaputra? Now there is a story that beautifully described in one of the Ramayanas. There are so many Ramayanas in different languages. In one of the Ramayana, it described that Dasharatha was performing a special worship to get the blessings of God to have children. So Putra Antashti, Putra Ichha. So I want children. So that was he was performing. The yajna was being performed, and then ultimately he got a special type of sweet, porridge type of thing, a little solid and half liquid type. That was given to the Dasharatha to distribute among his 3 wives. The 50% of that was given to the queen, Kaushalya. And then balance 50% he made half and gave to the other 2, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. Kaikeyi, while she was accepting it, not maybe some people they say not with great respect. So when she was eating or that particular thing, or when she was holding that, a little portion, it was falling down. A bird, it was nearby. It went and took that portion and it was flying. Indra noticed it, the god, the king of the gods, Indra, and immediately asked the Vayu to catch that because the bird never knew what is that. It's so powerful. The bird should not take it. So while the bird was taking, then the Vayu took those things from the bird. Then asked, what I am going to do with this? The Indra told, go to that direction, see one lady from the morning to, from the sunrise to sunset, she is doing the tapasya, stretched a hand, praying to God for a son, give that to her. That was Anjaneya. So that is why we see that the whole Rama family, that includes Hanumana also. Hanumana is a devotee, and that too is almost like a servant. He was so fond of serving the master. How come that the name is uttered along with the Sita, Lakshmana, Bharat, Shatrughna? Here we always offer our pranam. We mention Om Sri Sita, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Hanumat Sameta. This Hanumat is how the Hanuman is added because of these. And how come Sita? Sita was born in a different family, but Sita is the power of Sri Ramachandra. She was taken in the lady form, but it's the power of Sri Ramachandra. We know again the Sri Ramakrishna's life. When they were searching for a girl, for a match, then he himself told, for me, you better go to that family, and she is there marked for me. This marked for me, Sri Ramakrishna knew it is my power. Long back, again, much earlier, when the small baby girl, Ma Saradamani Devi, just jokingly one lady asked, because a program was going on, the village, the drama was going on. So in one side all the boys, another side the ladies, girls, they were sitting. That is the custom in our country. So separately they sit. So when the one lady, elderly lady, she was carrying that little girl, Sarada, jokingly asked, all these boys are sitting over there, whom you like to marry? Without hesitation, immediately, that small little girl, she was married in the age of 6. Then we can imagine that she was only 2 or 3. So at that age, she pointed out Sri Ramakrishna, inseparable. Yathagni dahika shakti. That's why at the time of explaining the Agni and the burning capacity of the fire and the burning capacity of the fire, you cannot separate it. And similarly, so Sita, separatable from the Ramachandra. You cannot separate. So Sita, then comes Lakshmana is a part, Bharata, Shatrughna, Hanumat Sameta. In the same pedestal of the brothers, Hanuman, the name is uttering, Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. When we are offering the pranam, because we knew the Ramachandra and their brothers and the wife, they never mentioned Dasharatha. They never mentioned Kaikeyi Kaushalya. Because they are not part and parcel of Sri Ramachandra, part and parcel of Vishnu Bhagavan coming in different form. Is Sri Ramachandra is the Vishnu avatar. And all the brothers also part and parcel of the Vishnu. And in that line comes the Hanuman. So that is the greatness of the Hanuman. Now when we discuss about the characteristics of the servant leader, nowadays a lot of discussions are going on, many books are also available on servant leadership. The moment you listen to the servant leadership, what is the servant leadership? Some writer, they are given the 10 different qualities that one should have to become a leader, but apparently is serving others. That's called servant leadership. To some extent, we see that in the life of Mahatma Gandhi, as if he is going and serving to everyone. He is going in a great humble way, and his approaches is also very humble. But in knowledge, he was great. And in taking decision, he was the first. And guiding others, he was the only one. But at the same time, he is sitting down over there and all those things as if he was nobody, but he was the leader. So servant leadership is a different type of conception. But we can see the best example in the life of Hanumanji. In the servant leadership, they say communication and decision making skill, the first. Of all the 10, I have taken 5. But that is sufficient. The first and foremost quality should be communication and decision making skill. Second, awareness. Third, persuasion. Fourth, foresight. Fifth, stewardship. So, the leadership. So, that is the 5 great qualities of a servant leader, the great servant. That's why I have decided to talk on the great servant. He, of course, he behaved like a servant, but he was the great one, the Hanumanji. First, we can think in this way. Hanumanji was the minister and the guide of one, what is called that Sugriva. His brother, elder brother Bali, was very, very powerful. And Bali was more powerful than the Ravana itself. And that's why sometimes someone suggested Sri Ramachandra, why you are going to this fellow? He is not that Sugriva. He is weak because he is afraid of his elder brother. He cannot he is not having the courage to fight with him. So it is better to have the alliance with his brother, the Bali. Bali is supremely powerful. He defeated thrice Ravana. Ravana was considered as a great hero, very powerful. But the Bali defeated him 3 times. Why not have friendship with the Bali? Here is the speciality of the God. Sri Ramachandra was God himself, the Vishnu Bhagavan himself. Now the knowledge and the devotion, it goes hand in hand. The knowledge is the Sri Ramachandra is the God. And what is that God? All powerful, all pervading, all knowledge. That was in a human form. Why the Hindus they accept God in a human form? Tomorrow morning we are going to discuss about the Jesus and Sri Ramakrishna resurrection. This is also the same way we will understand how things are going. This Ramachandra is God himself. And what the God does? Always support the good. Why the God is taking the human form? Only to support the good. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna very clearly mentioned like that. So when Ramachandra came, he was God himself. He came to establish the religion, but in a different way. He was giving a shape in the Hindu society, proper shape. So right from the downtrodden people up to the king and the brahmanas, intellectuals, all they will have their own periphery, own atmosphere, so what to do and what not to do, their responsibilities. So Ramachandra was establishing. Then in the family also, how the husband should behave, how the wife should be, the relationship between the brothers, and like that, so many. Hanumana, he was an austere person. He was practicing spirituality. He became a yogi. So obviously, instead of supporting Bali, who was more powerful, if Hanumana could develop relationship with the Bali, he could get more position and power and enjoyment in that life. Instead, he supported his brother. Why the Bali and the Sugriva, they separated? There is a story. Bali and Sugriva, they chased one bad person called Danava, the Rakshasa. He was very powerful. Then the Bali told Shugriva, you won't be able to fight with him. Let me go. It's a good brotherhood. I am powerful. I can fight with him, but you won't be. And both of them started fighting, but that Rakshasa entered into a cave. Before entering into that, chasing him, Bali, completely confident about his power, told his brother, you close this one and wait over here for me. I will give you a call, then you open it. With a big stone you close it, so that he should not go away. I am going to kill him inside. And when you see the flow of blood coming out, know it for sure that I have killed him. I will call you, open that, and we will go back. That was the contract between the two brothers. And Sugriva was waiting at the gate, but that Danava, that Rakshasa, he was also very clever. He understood that I won't be able to fight with Bali, so to create problem, he shouted in the voice of Bali. He imitated that way, and he called Sugriva, please come and help me. Sugriva outside, he was wondering how Bali is defeated. He is so powerful. But anyway, anything may happen. Maybe that he is more powerful, this Rakshasa. I should not open it. Because if he comes out, if Bali could not defeat him and kill him, I am no match. So I should rather go away. And Bali told, suppose I die over here in this fight, you should be the king. So he thought in that way. And he saw the flow of blood is also coming out. But that was the blood of that Rakshasa. Bali killed him. But only thing, Bali never shouted. Bali never said that this is not my voice, this I am coming out, so don't be afraid. He didn't say that. So if we read the whole thing and get the picture, then we can understand that Sugriva was not at fault. And he went back, and naturally he was very sad and told, the elder brother has died, but we should have to have a king. He became the king. And the fight went for a long time, and afterwards, when he killed ultimately, and he came back, then he saw, Bali saw, his brother has become the king, and he is enjoying the kingship. He became very angry. Instead of getting the explanation, asking, he immediately started fighting with him, and naturally Sugriva was of no match. So Sugriva was trying to hide, and Bali was chasing. He was in a mood to kill him. Now Hanumana came in his support, the Sugrivas. Why Hanumana didn't go to Bali? Because Bali was not following the path of religion. He was not just, he was not right. He was only acting because of his physical strength. This is the decisive, the foresight. So when one should support those who are always correct, who are always religious, good people, we should always support them. If someone is telling the lies in the beginning to get the power, we should not support them, because they are bad people. At the core, at the basic, they are bad people. We should not support them. In the Second World War, we know how they were constantly going on making the false thing, and people were confused. You will see that anywhere, any problem, immediately the government will close all the communication fast. So the wrong type of information should not reach. That is the first thing. But sometimes the political parties or the governments and they always go on giving the wrong information. And some people, they always think that that is correct. I can remember we were very, very young, and the books used to come to us from, I am not naming the country, we all know, it was a communist country. From there, and free magazines used to come, very nicely printed, all beautiful pictures. And only thing, if you accept that particular philosophy, then you can get this type of kingdom, I mean the country. Some of my friends, they used to appreciate. I told it cannot be, it's only picture. Because in the other newspaper and other information that we receive, always against. So they are telling the lies. We should not believe it. It's proved afterwards. The one should not go into that. Where is the proof? Who is telling it? Hanumana, that is the leadership, servant leadership. That is the best quality. He is taking the foresight. This man didn't do any wrong. He only obeyed his elder brothers, the advice that when I die, you go and become a king. He never wanted to become king. That is the reason Hanumana supported the Sugriva. And then Sugriva was not knowing where to go. Again the foresight. Hanumana advised him, go to Rishyamukh. That is the only place where Bali cannot go. Why? Because Bali was doing something wrong over there. And the Rishi of the Rishyamukh, he told, if you enter into this, immediately you will die. That was the curse on Bali by the great Rishi who was practicing austerity in the Rishyamukh. Hanumana knew it. So you have to keep all information so that you can help others. If you are a leader, you should have different type of information always. Then only you can judge, you can guide, you can help people. Without knowing anything, how can you guide? The decision will be wrong. That is why Hanuman, the great leader, but as a servant, humble, guiding this, he told, you better go to Rishyamukha, hide over there, stay over there with all your people. He was not alone, he was having his own retinue, all people. See, all they went and they were over there, and they knew the Bali won't come. Bali sometimes used to come, and from the distance he used to challenge, come out, you fool, why you are there, you are coward, come out. But Hanumana said, never ever accept the challenges. Quietly wait for the time. And the time came. So from the distance, one day, both of them, they were sitting on the top of the hill, and suddenly they saw the two young men, they are coming. And the Ramayana describing them, Dirgho Bahu, Vishalaksho, Shara Chapasi Dharino, Kasyanastyad Bhayam Drishtva, Hetu Surasuto Pamo, Kiskinda Kanda. There it is mentioned in the Ramayana. Dirgho Bahu, they are describing about the two brothers, Rama and Lakshmana. In the meantime, Sita was abducted and the Rama was searching for the Sita, and then, many of the Rakshasas, they helped Rama. They gave the information, and they told, if you go over there, you may get the help. Not all they were bad. So one time nowadays, whenever there is a the puja or the Hanumanji, the main thing they like to show their muscle power. They will come out with a procession with the different type of arms and all that. They never did that. Ramachandra, when he was resting one day, some rishis they came. Rishis means the people who used to practice spirituality and other things. So they came like the ordinary the citizens. They came to Ramachandra and told that some bad people are there, Rakshasas, they are disturbing us. Please come and punish them. Rama got up, suddenly got angry, got up, took his bow and arrow and said, I am going to kill each and every one of them, all the Rakshasas. You know who came forward to stop him? Sita. Sita came and told, why you are taking this oath? You are a Kshatriya. The moment you say like this, it is your dharma to keep those words. And you are going to kill all those Rakshasas? What wrong they have done? The children are there. Ladies are there. Old people are also there. Some bad people, because of that, you are going to kill all of them? See the judgment. That is called vichara. That is called jnana. That is called knowledge. The mind is very clear. Swami Vivekananda, out of tremendous emotion, when there was a plague in Calcutta, broke out, he said, there's no money. He wanted money, who will give? He told, sell out the Belur Math property. And with that money, we will serve the poor people suffering in the plague. And afterwards, we will live under the trees. We are monks. You know who stopped it? Ma Sarada Mani Devi. She told, but you cannot do that. First and foremost, you have given that property in my name. Who are you now? I know that you have purchased. You collected fund, you purchased, but you have given it to me. Now, without my permission, you cannot sell it. First thing. Second, is this the only time that you can help? Once only you go and help and then you become poor? You should not. So that is called vichara. How far we should go and how it will go. So Sita Devi told Rama, and then she told the story. Now everything, always they tell the stories to explain. There was a person who used to practice meditation, a very humble, good person. Indra saw, Indra is a position, post, that this gentleman is practicing austerity so hard, maybe that he will someday will challenge me. Indra is a position, so if you get that quality, you can also become Indra. So naturally Indra, there's a many different stories, always the power struggle goes. The person who is sitting over there always try to keep that power. Indra also, same like that. He tried to stop him. How to? Only one thing he did, Indra. He brought a beautiful sword and left it at his door. And this man came out to go for bathing in the river, and he saw that. He first felt someone left it over here, and I am going to bathe. If someone else come and lift it, then he will come and ask me why it is not here. So since he has kept at my door, it is my responsibility to take care of the sword. So he took up the sword, went for bathing, and he bathed. And afterwards he saw nobody came to ask for the sword. So he was coming back with the sword. Since he was carrying a sword, he was going on beating the woods also, the trees and plants. Because you know the sword, so he was going on cutting the plants, and then the trees told, hey, yesterday only you were so good. You used to take the name of God while returning. Today why you are cutting us? And slowly, slowly he forgot, and he started depending on the sword than on God. He used to keep the sword by his bed, to think if anything happened in the night, I have to fight, so I need the sword. He started depending on the sword, on the weapon, than on God. He forgot slowly. Sita told this story to Ramachandra to bring him that, don't act like that. If you are carrying, so naturally it is, the feeling will come, I should use it. Some of the times the people who are carrying the guns and all, they always touch it and say, what for this is hanging, so let me do something. Maybe a stray dog he will kill, or maybe in the schools they are shooting like that. The association of bad people, association of the weapons, that brings down the mind. So that is the thing. So Hanumanji, he saw from distance that these two brothers are coming, and he was so afraid. that Bali's brother, Sugriva. Sugriva was very much afraid. And he was telling Hanumanji, it must be the Bali. He has hired these two and they are coming here because they can enter. Bali himself cannot enter, but suppose he is sending some people to kill me, and look at these two, they are so powerful. The weapons are, it looks so powerful. We won't be able to fight with them. So maybe that we are going to die. Hanumana looked at them and he saw their big eyes. The powerful two arms were there, Bahu, Dirgha Bahu, but Vishalakshu, the eyes that gives the what's called the tell about the mind of a person, what type of character a person may be having. So that Vishalakshu, when they saw, don't look at me, my eyes are small. But I am not a bad person anyway. So this is the Vishalakshu. When he saw, he understood no, and his insight, that he could read the going on. He immediately told, no, they are very good people. If you permit me, I can go and talk to them. This is again another, the communication skill. The communication skill, that is a very special type of skill. Some people, they know many things, but can't express it, communicate it. They can't become the leader. The leadership, the first and foremost is communication. So here we found he took the garb of a Brahmana. Why? That was the rule, that was the system prevailing in the Didain society. If there is a Brahmana, you cannot hurt the Brahmana. You should not hurt the children, you should not hurt the ladies and the Brahmana. Why? They are innocent people. And Brahmanas are completely free to express themselves. Even if they come and tell on your face that you are a bad person, you should not do this, you cannot hurt him. So that was the norms of the society. So that's why he took the form of a Brahmana and went before them. And when he talked with the Ramachandra and Lakshmana, he was having that Brahmana form only. Conversing with Hanumana, Rama was impressed. Why? Because of his grammatical knowledge. When he was using the words, each and every word was perfectly used. And the sentences that he was using, perfect. So that Hanumana was, Ramachandra was impressed to see that. By that time, they were not knowing that he is the Hanumana. That they accepted him as a Brahmana, and they both were happy, and Lakshmana told who Ramachandra is. They all knew about Ramachandra. The news spreaded everywhere. Everyone knew about the Ramachandra. And they all knew the son of Dasharatha has come out and he is inside the jungle. They all knew how powerful he was. At the age of 13, Ramachandra was fighting with the great Rakshasas and killed many of them only at the age of 13. They knew Rama is the disciple of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra trained him in so many different type of archeries and others and gave divine type of the weapons. All that Hanuman, he knew it. Sugriva, he never cared to know about. So Hanumana, because he was the leadership capacity was there, quality was there, used to keep all information. If you go to our Belur Math and meet any of the administrator, they will say, oh, you are coming from Chicago? Very good. How many devotees are coming there? First question. And how is the ashrama there? And when you go, do you get prasad? And there's a temple is open? Oh, daily worship. The way they will ask, and you'll be so eager to tell, and you'll be telling sometimes truth, sometimes added thing. So, and we will be having the problem. So leadership and leaders, they must know what is happening. So they used to keep the information. Hanuman was very well informed person. When Lakshmana was explaining about the Ramachandra, so Lakshmana was so proud of Ramachandra, naturally about his brother. He told, you know who is he? He is the son of Dasharatha, etc., etc. Immediately the decisive capacity, decision making skill, Hanumana understood, this is the person who can save the Sugriva. This is the person who can give back the kingdom to Sugriva. This is the person who can really punish Bali and no one else. Then and there, he saw, he talked, he realized these are the things, so he took the decision. That is called the stewardship. One should understand when and how to take the decision. Who will be the best person? So this we see, and awareness. Everything he was aware of. He knew about the Dasharatha. Far away country, there was no communication in that way. Only people's mouth, some people they used to go roaming and singing. They used to bring the information. So from there, and here he brought them persuasion, the third capacity of a servant leadership. He came and told that Sugriva, don't be afraid, they will be your best friend. They can only help you. He persuaded Sugriva. Sugriva was not at all ready to accept this too. He was hiding. He told, these are we never know them. They are coming from the north. We do not know how they will behave afterwards. As because they are very powerful, so obviously we should be careful about them. Accepting them in our fold, maybe one day they will go against me, I won't be able to fight with them. So accept one very powerful, influential, as your friend, one must be careful. Why? He may be very powerful, he may be very influential, but is he going to support you all through? This is the decision. So when Sugriva was doubting, Hanumana was pursuing, no, you better do it, because it will be good. So if we see the whole thing, it's a politics. Politics is now the moment you utter the word politics, immediately the faces that come before us, all nasty people. No, not like that. It's called Rajavidya. It's the knowledge of the king. That means you have to understand what is good, because you have to think what is going to happen afterwards. Hanumana was having that quality. It's not Sugriva. But Hanumana, he was constantly below Sugriva. You were first. So this is called the persuasive foresight. He is going to support us, and persuasion. And nicely, beautifully, he was going on telling it is better. No, you must have to take, otherwise I am resigning. He didn't say that. Hanumana never said, I am resigning your ministership and I will go back to Bali, or I will go back to my own place, Kiskinda, I am not going to stay with you. No, he didn't say that. He was persuading. We are going on explaining how things will be good. This is the special quality of a leader, but humble, supportive. And that is called servant leadership. He is a great servant. He is a servant at the same time, he is a very nicely, he could help the others. And then he told afterwards, much afterwards, that when everything was over, they went and they fought with the Bali. Bali was killed. It is a wrong conception that from a secret hiding place Rama killed Bali. No, Rama challenged Bali face to face. He fought and fought for the 3 days. And when Bali exhausted all his ammunitions, Then he started throwing the big stones at Ramachandra. They started uprooting the big trees to beat the Ramachandra. He was fighting with him. And as a Kshatriya, he fought face to face, not from the back. And then he told Bali, I am going to kill you. If you can save yourself, save yourself. Why he said like that? Because the last moment also, if he says, I am sorry, forgive me, as a good Kshatriya, one should not kill. That's why Arjuna was hesitating to kill that Karna. There are so many names to remember. So the Karna was there, but the Krishna told, no, this is the moment, and then he was. So that is another story. So this is as a Kshatriya, it is the. That's why he gave the last the caution. I am going to kill you now. But even then, the Bali was not listening, so he killed the Bali. And he became the king, the Sugriva. And why the condition was, Sugriva will give all his force to find out Sita. And Sugriva gave the whole responsibility to Hanumanji, because he was the leader. That's why Hanuman, we were chanting, he was the leader of the Hanumanas, leader of the monkeys. So how it is possible? Banoranam Adhisham. Because he was not a king, but at the same time, he was given the responsibility. That was the picture, but it was rainy season. So they all decided in the rainy season you cannot go out. So we have to cross the rivers, there will be flood will be there. It's very difficult. So wait for the good season to come. And while they were waiting, this fellow, after long time back, he got the throne and all the. So naturally he was enjoying himself with his wives and forgot about the responsibility. Now slowly rain stopped. Ramachandra, impatient, he was going on asking Lakshmana, what happened to them? Lakshmana was asking Hanumana, what is the thing that the king is not calling us? He is not making any arrangement. When we will go? The moment the rain will stop, we will have to go out. Then one day, instead of Hanumana, Ramachandra asked Lakshmana to go. Lakshmana was within a nothing, he used to be very angry. And when he is angry, it was very difficult to control him. The Sheshanaga avatar. So he came, and when he was shouting at the gate, Hanumana understood that today that it will be very difficult day for the Sugriva. Immediately he went and asked Sugriva, go and kneel down with folded hands, say, we are arranging. Then he said a beautiful word, it says, Sarvatha Sukam Mitram Duskuram Paripalanam Anittascha Chityanam Pritira Opi Vidyate. It means it is easy to acquire friendship, but very hard it is to maintain it. One couple came, they were friends, and then they are married, and now for everything they are fighting. So I told, what happened to you? No, in the beginning when we were in the university, he used to wait for me all the time, the lady was telling. He used to wait for me, and then whatever I said he did. Nowadays he is not doing. Nowadays he has already got you as his wife. So you cannot expect that he will be waiting for you. So anyway, this goes on for and then it is, I am just joking. And here it says, it is easy to acquire friendship, but very hard it is to maintain it. Then only it is possible. I do not know what are my defects. If I knew, I could rectify myself. So go and tell her. And you also note down on a paper what are the things that you are not liking with your wife. you will see that things will be solved. She won't find one or two, more than one or two defects in you if you ask her to write it down. But when she is talking, there will be a big list. Ask her to specify. So that is why it is better to write it down, and you will say no. One Swami came to the headquarters, Belur Math, and that time our president was the famous Shivanandaji Maharaj, and the Swami was telling, you have given me the assistant and he is of no use, he is worthless, and these, that, change him. Then Shivananda, okay, we can change him, but only he has become a monk. He must be having some good qualities, no? He is living with you. So have you not find that some good qualities? Yes, some good qualities are there. What are the good qualities? Then he was going on telling. He gets up early morning and meditate, he goes to these, he could do. Then Shivanandaji told, write it down. You will see all good qualities are more long than the bad qualities. So continue with him. So we are not going to change your assistant. So like that, here also he went and told, it is so easy to develop the friendship, but very difficult to maintain. And the friendship with the Ramachandra, you do not know, he has killed your brother. That is the example that you know how powerful he is. If he wants, you are no match to him. And forget about him, his own brother Lakshmana. He can kill you any moment. No one can save you. So to continue the friendship, immediate. So that was the way. Hanumana is the example of the perfect servant. He was loyal, he was courteous, he was strong, he was intelligent, he was discriminative, he was bold, he was frank, he was resourceful, he was quick, he was very quick and tactful. How the tactfulness? So he went to, they crossed the ocean, he came to know about him, the Sita is there, so he crossed the ocean and all that. Then he understood, if I go to the Sita in the form of a Brahmana, she will doubt. Because Ravana has tried many times to go near Sita in different forms. I should go as a Hanuman only and convince her that I am the messenger of Ramachandra. And he was having one ring carrying with him. Sita understood, and when he went, he reduced his size. He was a yogi, he could do that. Why? He's a huge body person. If he is coming, then you are afraid. So he reduced that in a very normal, so that Sita, when the first time she will look at the Hanumana, she won't be afraid. So thin small size he made, went, bowed down at the feet, and then showed that. So that is called tactfulness. He was so tactful and very quick. Afterwards, we know the story. I am not going to repeat those. He was arrested by the soldiers of the Ravana. They took him over there. Then he made his body huge. And he told, see, only one, me. I have burned half of the city. And now think about the thousands like me will come with Ramachandra. What will happen to you? He was creating fear in the minds of the enemies. They started thinking, this is true. If one is so powerful and 1,000 will come like him, what will happen to us? Ravana, of course, he was shouting, oh no, we don't care. But the others, 50% they were afraid to face this group. So that is called tactfulness. When you are going for the war, for the fight, you have to make in such a way so that your enemy will be in two minds. Shall I fight or shall I not? So that is the tactfulness we find. He was so resourceful, he knew what to do and what not to do, and ultimately he helped Ramachandra so humble way. And when Rama was telling that because of Hanumana, we know all the stories, how he helped. Now, because the time is short, only we are touching these 5 points which has been noted by the great authors. 2-3 authors are there. The characteristics of the servant leader, and we are discussing Hanumana, that great servant. The first characteristic is the communication and decision making skill. He decided that he should not carry Sita. Why? Because if he carries Sita back, he could do that. But Ramachandra won't get the credit. Rama should get the credit. So there are some people out there, sometimes they help and they go on beating the drum. We did. And the leader, we took the help. No, that should not be. Once you help, you helped. And you should never mention, this is our leader, he is doing it, we are all at your back. The best qualities they give and they do that. Now, if you look at the great leaders, they go almost every day, minimum 4 or 5 lectures they are delivering, and different occasions on different subjects. How they can do that? All their assistants are preparing the lectures, and they go through that and they keep that and then read. If the assistant go on telling, I wrote that lecture, how you find, what will happen? Of course he will lose the job. But now here we find that servant leadership is that. His communication skill, when he was talking with the Ravana, completely different way. Ravana tied him, the Hanumana, and asked him to stand on the floor. Hanumana immediately, using his yogic power, made his body big, and on his tail, he went on making the tail long and made a seat, sat on the same pedestal, almost same equal way with the Ravana. And I am the servant of Ramachandra. So you cannot make me stand on that way. So that is the decision immediately he took. And when he was talking with the Ravana, please forgive me, I am the Duta, and no, never like that. He was challenging Ravana. So that is the way one should, and awareness and persuasion, foresight, stewardship. He went, before Ramachandra was reaching back to Ayodhya, he sent Hanumana, go and see and observe the face of my brother Bharata. Because Bharata is now the king for 14 years. This is a long time. So naturally he has developed what's called the love for the throne. So when you say that Rama is coming back, you must observe his face. Look at it. How it reacts. Then come back and tell me. So that is the intellect. And he went and saw and came back and told, no, Bharata is living just like a hermit, like a monk. He never used that throne, rather he kept your shoe over there. As your representative is serving, you must go. Bharata will be a great help. He was telling to Ramachandra. So this is the Hanumana that we find, and ultimately when Ramachandra was praising the Hanumana, then he cried and said, no, please don't do that. Why? Ego. What is the dedication? What is the problem that we always face? Why we can't become humble? Because of our ego. We always think that I am doing. That ego makes us the main problem, and everywhere all the difficulties are coming because of this ego. When it is necessary, you must show your might. But when the time will come, you must be humble and say, it's because of the God, all the success is coming. So all that, it was there in Hanumana. Hanumana knew Ramachandra was the Vishnu himself, and Hanumana dedicated his life at the feet of Sri Ramachandra. You will never find Hanumana is standing by the side of Rama. Always he is at the feet of Sri Ramachandra. That is called humbleness. This is a great servant. And he wanted one thing from Sri Ramachandra. What? As long as my life will be there, I want to listen to your praising. Ramachandra blessed him. You will never die. All through you will be here. And you will go on inspiring people to be good, to courageous. And yatra yatra raghunatha kirtanam tatra tatra kritamastakāņjalim bāspabāri paripurna lochanam marutim namata rakshasantakam. Rakshasa antakam. Rakshasa means bad things. The jealousy, the hatred, the ego, the passion, all those bad things, when that is controlled. Rakshasa doesn't mean a particular clan. These are all bad qualities that is already within us. So that he antaka, he has already made an end to those bad qualities. And the moment he hears the name of God, he start crying. Tears roll down. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when you will notice the moment you hear the name of God, the tears are rolling down, know it for sure. The sunrise is no late, it will come up. That means that realization of God is very close. Because the love, the affection, because the attachment, the eagerness to see God. So here we find they're explaining Baspabari Paripurna Lochanam. He is going to listen wherever there will be the discussions about Sri Ramachandra, he will all be there. And he will sit there. How? Krita Mastakāņjalim. He will be having the Anjali, is a very humble way, and his head hanging in a great reverence, and the tears are rolling down. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtana. This is the great Hanumanji, and we should follow these wonderful characteristics of the Hanumanji. Not showing the muscles. That is not the way one should understand Hanumana or Sri Ramachandra. Always we think the huge figure of the Hanumana, that is not the Hanumana. Hanumana is the qualities. So we must understand, otherwise we are worshipping that Hanumana. We are spending our time for Hanumana, but not understanding what is it. It's a huge body. Then we can go and worship a hill. It's not that. It's the qualities. That quality, Hanumana's quality, let it come to us with the blessings of the Mahavir Hanumanji, the great servant, the great devotee, and the great leader. Let us say, first Ramchandra ji ki jai, and then Pavanaputra Hanuman ki jai, these two. What's that? Raja Ramachandra ji ki jai and Pavanaputra Hanuman ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Dev ki jai. Jai Ma Saradamani Devi ki jai. Jai Swami Vivekananda ji ki jai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.